folks. So this update is going to revolve around my channel and what I'm going to be able to accomplish. I know I haven't been doing very many videos, reviews, and that kind of thing. I have a couple things that are coming down the pipe, not very much. And the reason why is very simple. The band is ramping up stupid fast. I'm going to get to part of the announcement that I made made yesterday on our channel, and all the socials and so on and so forth. Now, we've got the last 3 songs are bed tracked. We have to do final tracking as soon as possible. We have a date for our CD release party. It is going to take place this October on the Halloween weekend. So the big thing is right now, I don't have the exact date. I don't know if it's going to be Saturday or if it's going to be on Friday or actual Halloween. I'm kind of hoping for actual Halloween because then I can get my little one out and then I can head off to the gig or whatever. We haven't exactly figured that out, but we might do it on the Friday night. I don't know. So, currently the issue that we have right now is that we have basically 2 new members. While one of the guys, Denny McLaughlin, is on rhythm or on second guitar basically, and he is still learning some of the old stuff. But he's also been a part of bed tracking. He's also been a part of tracking some of the guitars on the record already. He's been with us basically since November-ish. And for the announcement, now some of you know and some of you don't know, and that's fine. I'm going to be posting this also to Instagram and as well as the Black Star Vinyls page and yada, yada, yada. So, in the band, prior to last night, I played bass, and I sang. I'm going to say scream because we know there's no singing with me. Although there is a cool tune on there that some of you guys might enjoy. Unfortunately, I'm bowing out from playing bass. And the reason being is because of these. This here and this here. My wrists have been causing me a lot of problems over the last... pretty much since last summer. As of the last month and a half, 2 months, it's been more so than normal. Now, in some cases, I can move them around a lot. Like right now, they're not too bad. They're pretty good, actually. But when I'm working all week, Monday to Friday, there are days where I'm doing this a lot at work. I'm doing a lot of this. I have to wear a wrist brace. Last Saturday, we had a killer jam, and I played a little bit, like very little, kind of showing the new bass player some of the songs. The next morning, making a fist, I got to about here, and I'm starting to feel it right here, right there. So I can make a fist now. I can squeeze. I can get a pretty good squeeze on. But there are days where if I was to take this and hold this for more than 5 minutes, pain and agony. I do a lot of heavy lifting at work, heavy batteries. Some things are lighter, yes. I mean, not all car parts are going to be stupid heavy. But cases of oil I lug around, pipe that I have to dig around it and move my wrists here and there. It's just a lot of pain. And when I returned to the band, which I'm going to get to obviously in a few minutes, when I returned to the band, Royan's like, how's your hands? How's your wrists? How's your arms? How's everything going? Like, are you still good? And I said, yeah. I said, I still have my days. And I said, I have a question. And he goes, okay, what's that? I said, what happens if I physically can't play this thing anymore? He's like, can you still sing? I said, yeah. He's like, okay, well, then that's what you'll do. And that was, like I said, pretty well well, actually, I think it was about a year ago. And of course, so he's just, we just chatted and stuff, blah, blah, blah. And it was about a month ago. We had 1 week of jam. It was good. The next week, that's when things really started to fire up. Like, I mean, it was really, like, I got to practice and my wrist was burning. It was that bad. Like, and I mean, I got to take a lot of Tylenol to get through the day. Some days at work, some nights I can't, like, I'll have a beer at jam and then I drive. But for the most part, I drink, a lot of water, which when you're singing, when I sing, I do really put a lot of power out, so I have to make sure I do things correctly. So that having been said, you know, we were doing new songs, and the way I write can change. Like sometimes I'll have 6 lines in a verse, 4 lines in a chorus. Sometimes it'll be 6 lines, 5 lines. And, I kind of mix things up just because of what's in my head at the time. So I would stop playing bass, and then I just sing just to kind of get the transitions correct, just so that we can arrange the song and yada yada, as bands do. So the next jam, which was the following Friday, we jam on Friday. So basically it got to the point where I said, I don't know how much bass I'm going to be able to play. I really don't know. Which, that was like in the morning on the Friday, and Roy messaged me afterwards and said, hey, your job's not in jeopardy, but I need to know how much more you can do this going forward. Long term. I said, well, you're looking at 30, 70. Yes, that I'll be able to do this long term. And he goes, yeah, that's not good. He's like, well, we'll go as far as we can and, finish the record or what you can, and we'll go from there. So over time, it was starting to get worse. And then I had a friend of mine. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to get this guy to come try out. Sorry, I had notification. And I messaged him, and he's like, yeah, man, I'll come try out. And we chatted. I told Roy. And so the cool thing is that Brent came out, and I said, bring your bass. Whether you play or not, we'll just kind of go over some things, and maybe we'll take a video of me playing one of the songs, and, yada, yada, yada. We'll go from there. So, that's what we did. And Brent Curry, who was our new bass player, started jamming with Roy on some Iron Maiden. Infinite Dreams and Revelations were the 2 songs in question. And then they played a little bit of Phantom of the Opera and then kind of dicked around on a couple other things. And I looked over at Roy and I just, yeah. And Roy kind of looked at me, he's like, mm-hmm. And we chatted. And so we kind of told him what the scoop was, what we're going to be doing. And of course, he got hired. But we wanted to wait to the right time, and last night was the time that we announced that I would be stepping down from playing bass and going strictly to vocals. Brent was going to be in the band and go from there. So that's basically it with the new announcement. I hope you guys were able to follow along to that babble as usual. So, of course, in the midst of all this, yesterday was the day of my 5-year anniversary of my favorite microphone, the one that I've been using for, the last 5 years, screaming into in a couple different bands. And, yawn. That's what happens when you're up early, kids. Haha. And, so, Beyond Eternal, obviously, I think I've mentioned it now a couple times, is the band that I'm in, and, my microphone basically died. So I killed the microphone. So now I got to get a new one, which is okay. But of course, what I'm going to do, since I'm pretty much going to be getting ready to go eat supper here very shortly. It's a late supper, by the way. It's a long day. the socials and the YouTube channel. Now, the YouTube channel link I'm going to put in the description below. Check us out. A lot of the stuff on the YouTube is like, I think there's like a quick little Merry Christmas thing from a couple years ago with Roy and the Old Singer. There's some rig rundowns of mine and Roy's gear. Mine is done here in the house, and I'm not even anywhere near my gear. Such is life. There's some other stuff. We answer some questions and so on. There's a couple live videos from a festival we did a couple years ago, which was a blast. I only sing once during that festival. I do some backup, but that's about it. Our new lyric video for one of our songs, Possession, off of this brand new record. And there's a couple other bits in there too. So, and of course the announcement is there explaining, what's going on and what's going to happen in the future. So, as I said, the link for the YouTube channel will be down below. Please feel free to check that out. Subscribe, share it, all that good stuff. We are a mix of all of the metals, basically. And we're hopefully going to be updating we're going to be adding more to the channel over time. And there's also a 35-second clip of a song that I'm singing on that's on the new record. Check that one out. It's called World Tomorrow. You're going to love it. It's heavy as shit. Now, the socials. Because I'm not going to sit here, because I'm doing this on my phone and I don't have time to copy and paste all this crap. It's going to take me forever. On Twitter, you can follow us at BeyondEternal69. B is capitalized in Beyond, and the first E in Eternal is capitalized as well. On Twitter, if you're on there, follow us. Check it out. We're going to have to get some more time on that, needless to say. On Instagram, now I think Mark G with a C follows us, but I'm not sure. But I know he follows me on there, as well as Bev and Scott and Dan and so on. On Instagram, we are at Beyond Eternal, all one word, 666, all lowercase letters. You can go to Facebook and type in Beyond Eternal, or you can also scroll on to where I shared the link to the band, and you can click on it there, because I believe I tagged it. If not, of course, I shared it, so you can just kind of go from there and find the band there, like the page, all that jazz, blah, 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 blah. And also, you can go to beyondeternal.bandcamp.com and find the first record there. That is the record where I debuted 2 songs, number 2 and number 6. The number 2 is called Live for Nothing, Die for Something, and number 6 is called Born to Kill. The rest of the record was pretty much already done. Roy sang on the rest of them. Now, are you a fan of Blind Guardian? Are you a fan of Demons and Wizards? Are you a fan of Annihilator? Those kind of vocals are what you're going to hear from Roy. When you think of myself on the first record, you're going to get a lot of that lower tone, like Chuck Billy and stuff. On the new record, there's a bit of Tom Araya, but there's also a bit of Rob Dukes from Exodus in there as well. And of course, I'm gonna get a few high notes in there too. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. So if you don't see a lot of uploads from me on this, that's strictly why. It's not because I don't want to. It's gonna be hard. If I get some new records and stuff, I will put them up. I will do a video, of course. But my main focus, other than work and other than the family, is the band. And that's just that. And I do apologize. So if you guys are watching this video, don't for a second think that I'm not gonna put up content. It's just gonna be very sparse, and it's not what I wanted to do when I had the channel, but such is life. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really appreciate that. Head on over to the band's YouTube channel, subscribe, check them out, check all the videos, drop comments, let us know. Now, I don't have access to it. Roy does, but he can always message me and let me know what's going on. Cheers, guys.